Okay. Ta ta ta. And it says live. Oh yeah. Let's go here. Channel. Hold on, guys, getting a little set up. There it is. So I can see who's in here. Hopefully this thing's turned down. I think it is. Okay. All right. Hello, Shauna. Hello, Shauna. Hello, Owl's Perch. Hello, Silver Willow. Wow, we got a bunch of people in here. Oh yes. Let's click live. Good morning, Janice. Pardon me as I get situated. Hi, Ozark. Hi, Kendra. Hi, Ikale. Guys, welcome. Yes, we got 6 folks in here so far, I think. Sometimes my YouTube lies to me with how many people I have on. Well, I'll angle this down just a little bit because I want to show a little bit of this gorgeous robe. Oh, yeah. Hi, Jen. Hi, Mama Squirrel. How are you? So, yeah, I haven't done a Saturday morning live in a while, I don't think. So I decided, let's get back to it. Yes. Saturday. That's right. We coined that term, Saturday. Isn't that right? Yeah, Saturday. So, yeah, we're going to start doing my Saturdays. And I just wanted to show off my robe. I got this from Amazon, and it was picked out, recommended to me by none other than Lillian. And why is my watch buzzing? Oh, be quiet, watch. Yeah, my soul sister sent me a bunch to check out, and this is the one I liked. So I got a nice new robe, which is not too new. It's I've had it a while. I just haven't showed it off in a while. So good morning. How is everyone doing? Are we like halfway through this miserable retrograde? And how are we doing? Let me see. Who else? Hi, Katie Ross. Good morning. So for today, I've got a few things. I wanted to talk about, because I've never done a walkthrough or my thoughts on Tower of Dreams, which I wanted to touch on today. Maybe do a walkthrough, depending if I go through the whole deck. But it's definitely a unique deck that I find interesting, and I wanted to talk a little bit about. I also have a couple of things to show that, I'm going to say I inherited from Maddie. But they're still cool. So first up, let's check this guy out. The newest member of the Scully family. So I can get this to show up good. Oh, if I put my big dumb fingers in the way. Alright. So this is, I'm not sure what rocket, I don't remember what this one is. I have to look it up. Oh, but Mama Squirrel will know what it is. What is this? But that's the first. Isn't he gorgeous? Right? Isn't that gorgeous? And I got one other. This. Well, we'll send you some healing energy, Mama, so get rid of that migraine. I tell you, this, I don't want to beat the dead horse that is this retrograde, but yeah, this one, I don't know. I haven't had many, headaches or anything with the retrograde, but this retrograde is going to be, there's some revelations. This retrograde is going to definitely is leading to some major changes in my life if all goes according to, um, to what I think is going to happen. Um, and I believe it'll be all good, but it's definitely some changes that I need to make, especially around my professional life, my Muggle world life, my job. Um, yeah, this retrograde and a reading I did a few days ago about this retrograde spelled out verbatim, what needs to happen, and so it's very interesting, very emotional, very trying retrograde. But retrogrades are all like that. So Jen, you feel better. I'm gonna light. I'm gonna look at this. I got big orange. I'm gonna light a candle for you over here. Oh, hold on. Light some candle. I lit a couple of candles for folks out there that may be having migraines or feeling some pain associated with either the retro or not. Especially you, Jen. And when I'm done with this live, I'm going to do a little distant Reiki your way. Okay, so on with some more cool stuff. This is my Tiger's Eye Scully. And Maddie called it Blue Tiger's Eye. And Tiger's Eye is one of my gems. It's not bad, just a little aura paint, so hopefully I caught it. Oh my God, that's right, because you got the Pride Parade, and it's going to be hot as all hell. It's going to be like mid-90s here. So definitely rest your eyes, rest everything, take an Excedrin, and because you want to, and hydrate, Jen. Go grab a, like if you got a Powerade or something that will rejuvenate, like electrolytes. Oh, that's right. And the other one's Larvakite. That's right. But this one, I have like a very, how, and I'm assuming, I think it's pretty accurate to say, do you guys have I don't know what you call it, like a tie or a gem of choice, or a gem that you really, really, really connect with? For me, it's Tiger's Eye, and when I saw this, I had to have this, because I have so many Tiger's Eye pieces, and they're definitely just I connect so well with those gems. Like I have my we'll just pull out some Tiger's Eye. I don't light myself on fire. All right, this is my Tiger's Eye Eggy. And I got various Tiger's Eye that I wear. This one here is another one. This is Sunstone. This has been kind of helping me get through this retrograde, believe it or not. And I've been working with this and keeping this on me. Let's see, Blue Tiger's Eye, also called Hawkeye. Yeah. So if you notice side by side, I'm bouncing around a little bit. This is my Tiger's Eye Eggy. But you notice this one's got a little bit of a bluish tinge to it. It's also called... Oh, and the red ones are called Dragon's Eye. Oh, awesome. That's pretty cool. Let's pop over here. Let me see. Blue Tiger's Eye Hawkeye. I gotta remember that. But they're just so centering and grounding for me. I got a thread. I don't have a scissor. I'll light myself on fire. Don't do that at home, kids. because you can light yourself on fire. Okay. Red tigers, I also... Let's see. My need to have... Yeah, Jen, you had mentioned blue fluorite and lepidolite. Yeah, so everyone has a go-to stone. Mine's been tiger's eye and sunstone. I've been keeping this sunstone around my my neck, and of course my other stone. I have two of these because Maddie had a little one and he gave me. But this is a stone that I meditate with. I love, and I think it's just because it's so massively big. I like to just sit and hold it. And Maddie gave me a little baby one, so we have two. But this is what is this now? I'm so bad with stones. This is it's a quartz. It's what was it? Emerald. It's like a purple quartz. But I do love holding these. So anyways, how's everyone doing? So, how many people we got in here? We got 14. All right, Saturday morning. Saturday. So how many... I'm not going to be able to do this with this robe on. But this robe, does this robe look heavy? Is this fierce? Is this fierce? I can do this too. Is it fierce? Oops. Oops. Is this not fierce, guys? Huh? Oh, I can see through it. Hello? Hello, everybody. But no, like, isn't this fierce? Huh? Should I wear like this? I love this thing. Tell me this robe's not fierce. Tell me I don't look wizardry. Wizardly? I was just staring at the screen. Not good for me. No. Yeah. Definitely staring at screens, not good for migraines. Take that from someone who stares at screens for a living. Sometimes you just need to shut your eyes, meditate, and I get that. And you can always go back and watch, and I'm sure, definitely take care of yourself first. That's I expect that of everybody. Because I would do the same thing when I'm not feeling up to it. I don't want to be bothered. So definitely feel better, Jen. And like I said, as soon as I'm done with this live, I'm going to send you some distant Reiki, just to make sure that headache doesn't bother you during Pride. Because believe it or not, people like me appreciate support at Pride. We really do. It's a big, huge deal. I'm kind of sad. I wish I was there with you, Jen. Oh my God, I would love to go to another Pride celebration. Because our Pride's was a lot of fun, but yeah, they're definitely fun. So. Anyways, Tarot of Dreams. How many of you guys have seen this before, this deck? Dave, you and Pat have the same birthday. Yes. Right? December 15th? Yeah. So I figured this was a pretty unique deck, so I figured I would do a little bit of walkthrough of this. Hold on a second. I know what's missing. Yeah, get a little incense going. What should we have? This one's empty. There's like a little bit of incense burning while I'm doing something. Patchouli. Never seen it. Well, you know what? I'm going to do a little walkthrough of it. I haven't worked much with it yet, and I'll tell you why. And it's not a bad reason why. It just is. Let's light some incense. Yeah, I use a blowtorch to light my incense. Okay. So, yeah, let's get started. I haven't worked much with it. And there's a few things I like to tell about it. First off the bat, I absolutely hate the box. The way it's designed is like the cards get stored in here with the deck cut in half, and and then you put the book on top, and then they slide around, and it just gets all stupid. Not a big fan. So I'll probably either make or find a towel bag to put these in. And I gotta make sure I didn't. I think it goes like this. Get them out of order. So I'm not a big fan of that. Another thing is they're a good size card. These are pretty big. I think I can shuffle. They're just small enough for me to be able to shuffle with my terrible shuffling skills. But yeah, they're definitely larger. But they are pretty. So let's this is a picture of the back. Right? It's definitely lovely. Definitely a very lovely card. All right, so I'm going to set these down here. And I'm going to slide all over the place because it's going to drive me crazy. Put them in my lap. There we go. Alrighty. So let's dig in. First card is not our world card. What the hell did I do? I had these in order. Ugh. Hold on. So that's what I mean. They slide around in that box and they got all out of order, and it's driving me crazy. That's what happened. Bear with me. I've got to go a little backwards here. Give me a second. We got all out of order. Alright, let's do it like this. Alright, we'll do it like this. Be a little bit out of order. See, they slide around in there, and I had them all in order in anticipation of showing them off, and of course now they're not. Alright, let's start with our Fool card. This is the Fool. So he's a very interesting Fool because his face is invisible. And I'm not sure how to take that. It's interesting to see. And another thing I see is a cat between his legs. So I know my cats tend to trip me a lot as Thor looks at me like, who, me? No, not me. I'm innocent. Yeah, especially when they're hungry. But like, look at it. He's standing on a small ball. He's got a cat running around. He's holding a ring, and he's holding another ball. He looks like he's about, he looks like if I tried that, there'd be a whole lot of falling going on. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't seem to be falling. He seems to be balanced. So he seems to be a well-balanced Fool. But a Fool nonetheless. So that's and it's nice and colorful. So that's our Fool. Very interesting Fool card. And now I want to have a good pace because I forgot Simon goes on, I think, 11 my time, so I want to make sure I'm done by a decent time. So this is our Magician. Right? My cats do that too. Have nearly killed us all. Yeah. when they're hungry, boy, between the legs, and it's like, yeah, I'm trying to fill 2 cat dishes, and I've got them both like just tripping me. I'm like, guys, if you get out of my way, you'll get fed quicker. They ain't having it. They're having no part of it whatsoever. So that's our Magician. So this card has a Priestess. Right? Not High Priestess, but just a Priestess. But again, these are very pretty cards. So here's one more thing that I find challenging. Not so much with these, but when we get to the the suits, is they're all written in Roman numeral, and I completely suck at Roman numerals. Here's our Empress. Excuse me. Okay. The Emperor. They're beautiful. The imagery is just absolutely gorgeous, which is why I have the deck. A lot of other things that just bug me about it is, you know, the Roman. I can't. I've got to learn how to read the Roman numeral stuff because I can't even tell. What is that? That is that 4? I think that's 4. So kind of gets me a little bit. So now another thing, if you've seen me in the decks I use, I like decks that do things a little different. So this next card is a card called Faith. Right, so it's Rider-Waite, but they take their little twist on it, and I like that because I like this card. This card just shows faith. It shows prayer, and it shows the different. If you look at the symbols, right? You've got a pagan symbol, or that's the Jewish symbol. You got a Christian symbol. There's a pagan one in there somewhere, I think. Yeah, it's over on this side over here. Right, so it represents different faiths. I like that. I like that when I see that in a card. So I like the concept of that faith card. Now, let's take a look at this Lovers card. A little steamy. Like that. That's the Lovers card. Oh, I heard someone... Funny story, this morning I went and I says, oh, I gotta make some coffee. And I know I bought a box of K-Cups, but I can't find them. I had the cream ready, I had everything ready, the Keurig was turned on, and I can't find my K-Cups. So I'm coffeeless today. Coffeeless. Isn't it sad? And I had leftover pizza for breakfast. I love leftover pizza. Ice cold. I leave it in either the oven or the microwave, sitting at room temperature overnight, which is probably the worst thing you can do. And that's the next morning, that's the best breakfast. Like leftover room temperature pizza. So good. Look at this Chariot card. Right, does that not say Poseidon? Look at him riding the waves. Love that. Right, Katie? Cold pizza is the best. Now, I'm going to gross you all out, but cold pizza with pepperoni and anchovies, for me, is like, I will take that. Let me see. What is, if I were to ask, what is the best, number one sought after breakfast? What would that be for you? For me, the ultimate breakfast is a cold deep dish pizza, pepperoni, and anchovies, and maybe mushrooms. Oh my God, it's orgasmic. I'm getting steamy up in here. Wait a minute, did I see that right? Someone said, where is it? Oh, what's that? Not having coffee. Sean is sending me long distance coffee. All right. I think after this live, there's going to be a long distance coffee because I'm going to be going to Dunkin' Donuts and getting me one. And it's going to be a gorgeous day. It's going to be hot as hell. And I've decided I'm going to go on a hike. There's a hike I want to check out. I'll probably die because it's going to be like 99 degrees out. But I'll bring plenty of fluids. All right, strength. See, I'll need to have strength for my hike. I love anchovies on Veggie Supreme Pizza. Yes, Janice. Yes. Yes. Anchovies. Oh, I love anchovies. It's our strength card. Look at that. Look at that tiger. Wow. Yeah. Is that, I always like strength cards that exhibit feminine strength, because I think, you know, I don't know if it's the tie to the goddess or Mother Earth, but when I see strength cards like this, and a lot of them are like this, maybe they're all like this, but like like this, or the strength card in my Wizard's Tarot, where she has the dragon. I love it. I love it because a gentle strength is much more effective than brute force. Oh, we got leftover spaghetti for breakfast. Yeah, never. Hey, Hexen, how are you? I've never had leftover spaghetti for breakfast. I almost had Chef Boyardee raviolis before I opened the oven and saw that there was a leftover pizza. All right, the next card is our Hermit. I don't know if I saw Simon in here. He sometimes pops in, but this is our Hermit card. Oh, I love this. I love Hermit cards that how do I put this? Look wizardly. Like, this guy looks like an old wizard. He's in a cave with his staff that's emanating light. I love this. I love this. Oh, let me see. For breakfast, my favorite. Oatmeal with peanut butter. Well, I'll tell you, anything with peanut butter is good in my book. You're looking at someone that gets chunky peanut butter. This is probably why I'm so tubby. And I can eat that with a spoon right out of the jar. And I'll eat a whole jar. I don't do it, but it can happen. Oh, bye, Kale. Thanks for stopping by. Our next card is the Wheel. All right. It's an interesting wheel card, Wheel of Fortune. And it's got the... It's very... When I say this, it's very dropped on the floor, because that's the way things have been going. The wheel card is very... looks very steampunk to me, which I find interesting. The whole deck has a note of, like, mechanical steampunk type of thing going on. Love that card. Love the strength card. Love pizza for breakfast. The next one. Oh, yeah. See? That's right. All these things are good. Here's our Justice card. Right, and again, it's very, it's got like a mechanical vibe to it, if you would. Oh, and hello. Look at this Hanged Man. I want that hanging above my bed. Eat cheese grits. You go and you enjoy cheese grits. You enjoy those. Okay, we have our Death card. And this is interesting. So this whole deck, what I like about this deck is it has this steampunk. Do any of you guys know what steampunk is? That whole style, very mechanical. I don't know if you guys know that. So this is called the Tarot of Dreams. Ozark. It's the Tarot of Dreams. Oh, little nudity. There's our Temperance card. Right. So I don't get too much of the steampunk with this, except for the little circles. Oh, look at this one. Now this card is the Devil card. Look at that. He's got someone in the. He's got it in the cage. He's got someone in the cage. Right. We got our Devil. And even have the upside down pen. So this definitely, when you see this card, this is a Devil card. So much deja vu. Yeah, things are all wacky. We have the Tower card. Because I feel deja vu all over the place. I'm even feeling deja vu. I gotta look through my... No, I didn't show this deck yet. But some cards are giving me deja vu. Look at this card. Look at the Star card. She literally is like pouring out. Like, what is she pouring out? Is that like the Milky Way? Is she's like... She looks celestial up in space, pouring out like celestial matter or whatever it may be. We have a question. Is the cage door open on that Devil card? Yes, it is. The cage door is open, which is interesting. Does that mean escape from a bad situation? Who knows? It's a lot of different, like the imagery, that's how I read, and that's how, that's what means, when you catch those little pieces that make you think, cage door open, well, oh, okay, so that kind of tweaks that meaning of that card for me. Interesting. So then we have our moon card. Now check this out. I love, I think, what is that? A wolf and a fox, or a wolf and a dog, or something like that. But look at that. And then bats coming through. This is our moon card. And you can see the moon in the background. Like, this isn't the moon. If you look closely, if I get this up there, can you see the moon? A little bit of the moon right there. That's the moon, this whole thing. I don't know if that comes through, but it's pretty beautiful. Oh, look at the sun card. When I see this, I think Apollo. But look at a sundial could indicate time. Right? Very interesting deck. Now, Judgment, a very spiritual type of Judgment card. Interesting. Oh no, there's a hole in that coffee cup. Uh-oh. Yeah, get me a refill too. And our world card. Now, what I find interesting with this world card is, look at our fool, isn't it? Right? Does that mean the fool at the end of his journey? We see the fool starting out on the journey, and this could be the fool, the world card meaning ultimate success. It's the end of that journey. So that's the majors. So, and I organized these totally the wrong way. And I don't want to go through backwards, so give me a sec. So the next one we're going to start with, and I don't know, let's see how long I've been on. What time is it? Okay, we got some time. But let's start with the coins. So this is the Ace of Coins. Right? Again, getting back to that kind of steampunk look. Right? With like the mechanical-ish thingies. We have our Two of Coins. It's definitely interesting imagery. Right, it's almost, I don't even know what that is in the background. It's like, it's a sphere, but it's like made out of like metal. It's kind of like, what it looks like, It is. It's a very, Gypsy, it's a very interesting deck. It will take a little bit for me to connect with it. Not so much the imagery. The one thing I need to really wrap my mind around before I read with this deck is the Roman numeral piece. See, I'm good so far. And we've got our Three of Coins. Right? Look at that. I love the way they make the coins look in this deck. And here we go where I start getting confused. This is the Four of Coins. And it does the Roman numeral stuff, and I have to think. My brain has to think about Roman numerals. But yeah, here's our Four of Coins. I feel that until I get Roman numerals down like that, it would kind of slow down in a reading. Interesting, Five of Coins. Right? It's very reminiscent, this one, of my Wizard's Tower Five of, I think it's Five of Pentacles. They don't call it coins, but it's the same thing, right? Out in the cold type of vibe with that card. I love how that's in common. Six of Coins. Oh, look at that. Now I see almost giving here, the Six of Coins, but right, that's kind of balance. Yeah, I might do something like that. Just take a card, write it down in normal numbers, and it's just kind of that repetition that will make it stick in my spongy brain. All right, 5, 6, 7 of coins. I like this card too. Right, sitting under a tree. I believe the 7 of coins in the Wizard's Tarot also has a tree. I'm gonna have to check on that. I believe it also has a tree, the Pentacle tree. That's right. Pentacles. Right, interesting. That same ripe for the picking type of thing. All right, I'm gonna take a break for a sec because I'm hot. As much as I love my robes, oh, I gotta take this off because I'm cooking. Oh, look at that! Did you realize you were gonna get a strip show? Oh my God, it's under my ass. Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh, hold on, guys. I got the AC cranking and it is hot. Oh, there we go. Oh, Wizard in a t-shirt. All right. Oof, it is hot in this house. Okay, sorry about that. 5, 6, 7, 8 of coins. 8 of coins. I think the 8 of Pentacles in the Wizard's Tower is also the guy working, like chiseling, so like work being done. But look at that. There's these common themes that you see. Yes, that other card, very nature, very, yes. Yes. Oh, poor Maddie. Here's Maddie. Hi, Maddie. Yes, the cat kept him up all night. Like, literally, all night. Of course, he would wake me up, because he'd be yelling at the door, leave me alone. And then I would get up. And then, but I don't have to work today. All right, this is 9 of coins. Oh, I hate spiders. Oh, look at this 10 of coins. Hi, Whispering Cauldron. How are you? We're just going through some cards. As I cook over here, why am I so hot? We have our page of coins. All right. Knight of coins. All right. Queen of coins. That AC just kick off? There's no way. There's no way this house is 70. Maybe I'm having a hot flash. What am I showing? Oh, our Queen of Coins. Yeah, she looks very queenish. Look at, very royal. I love the flowers. And I love the pentacle. Oh, speaking of that, hold on a second. Oh, I took my thing off. I'm going to lose my sunstone. Where is it? Hold on. There it is. Hold on. I'm a mess today, huh? I can't lose this. I can give you guys a close look at my sunstone. Look at. That's my sunstone. Keeping this guy near me. Oof. All right. Next is our King of Coins. So what did you miss? Well, I'm just showing Tower of Dreams. I showed folks this, and I showed some Scullies. The Blue Tiger's Eye Scully. I showed that contrast with my Tiger's Eye egg. Right, so 2 different Tiger's Eyes. Yep. That's all. Didn't miss too much. So now, back to this deck. So this is something I find interesting about this deck. There is, each suit has a palace card. And this is the palace of coins. Right? So it's like, it's an extra card. And it could mean home. It could mean, you know, that's what I get from it. Very interesting. So let's move on to swords. Get these in proper showing order. And we'll pick up the pace a little bit. What time is it? No, it's only 10. All right. So go to the comments. Let me see. Oh, thank you, Whispering. We had a good anniversary. We did. Yo, Maddie, oh look, the sunstone I gave him. Such a brat. Yes, Maddie, you gave me that. You do so much shopping. There's like a package at the door every other day. You can kind of part with some of that stuff. All right, Ace of Swords. Oh, isn't that beautiful? All right. I see like angel wings in that card. It's very weird. Oh, look at this Two of Swords now. Look at. And she is blindfolded. Right? Need to break the blindfolds free. All right. We've got our Three of Swords. Okay. Four of Swords. Oh, look at this one. Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Another this one here. Another very similar to the Six of Swords. I think it's at the Six of Swords in the. Hold on. Now I'm curious. Let me get my other deck. Oh, stretch. Oh, I'm so fat. I won't get back up. I gotta find that Six of Swords in here. And this is my Wizard's Tarot deck. Because I want to start finding the cards that are, and I remember I mentioned the Five of Pentacles, see, out in the cold. I like the cards that are, I'm going to start picking up the cards that are very similar. And showing them off. I want to try to find, give me a second while I find that Six of Swords. I think it's Six of Swords. Get the number right. Give me a sec as I fumble through these. I just want to find that card because I love when there's similarities in these decks. Got to find the boat. Bear with me as I find the boat. It'll probably take me like 6 times to do this entire deck. Because that's just the way it is. Come on. Here it is. Alright. Put these here. So check it out, right? Six of Swords. I love when there's like a common theme. And maybe this is the case with all tarot cards and I'm just noticing it. Could be it. You know, I'm a little bit clueless sometimes. But they tell me the same thing when you read them. Right? I see... now, in this one... there's no two passengers. It's just a person by himself, but the sword's all about. But the boat is still emerging from the fog, right? That means the fog is lifting. You're emerging from that troubled water, you know? And let's look at the Seven of Swords. I can't even figure out what's going on in this card. Like, there's swords everywhere, and he's contorted in some weird... It looks like he's climbing up the side of, like, the building with the swords. Right? Looks like he's climbing up. Seven of Swords. Maddie, this is Tower of Dreams. It's the Tower of Dreams. Alright, we have our Eight of Swords. Looks like he's going to get one of them swords up the bum. Be careful! Right? Oh. Look at this Nine of Swords. Wow, look at that 9. I mean, not much can be said about that. That's the stuff that keeps us up at night, you know? And again, this 10 of Swords. Look at this. Like, and this is totally different than what... You know, let's give me a second. Let's see if I can find the 10 of Swords in here. I should, in hindsight, when I do this, I'm gonna get both of these in order so I can reference them quickly. But I want to find the 10 of Swords now, just to do like a comparison. So bear with me as we dig this out. That's 10 of Wands. Swords, swords. I need to find a card with lots and lots of swords. It's the 3. Interesting. Like I was saying before. 10 of Swords? 10 of Swords. Very interesting. So, yeah, I get... Like, when I see this card, I get death. Like, this guy's like... I don't know, death. When I see this card... I mean, he's in the fetal position, so he's getting... Like... But it almost looks like he's in a ball... But getting stabbed in the back. But I think this guy's a little less affected than this. Well, this guy's like, yeah. He's stabbed in the back, night. At least this guy, he's getting stabbed in the back. He knows he's getting stabbed in the back, but it didn't kill him. But very interesting. I love these commonalities. I gotta start. I think I want to start doing like a series of just comparing the two decks and just the different takes on them, because I find this fascinating. Right, that's our 10 of Swords. All right, and we get into our page. Less affected. He's dead. Yeah, but he's not depicted as dead like in the other card. Like, he's kind of hunkered down in a ball. And they don't look like they're penetrating him. Come on, Maddie. You walk around being like, whoosh, I've got a magic shield. He's got a magic shield around him. Anyways, Page of Swords. Look at this Knight of Swords. Look at him. Wow. He's on a, like a Pegasus or something like that. Right. And our queen. Your Majesty. Yes, Your Majesty. Queen of Swords. And our King of Swords. Right. Very interesting card. And of course, with all the suits, now we have a Palace of Swords. So this is what I find interesting about this deck, is that there's some extra cards in there. Let's see. Oh, hold on, I got my Wizard's Tarot all divided. I want to make sure I don't lose anything out of that one. All right, what are we on now? Let's see, what's next? Cups. All right. Our Ace of Cups. I'm always burning incense. Maddie says, someone's burning incense, I see. Of course. Got our Two of Cups. Alright. Three of Cups. I like the masks. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. 3, 4 of Cups. 4 of Cups, I think. Now, hold on. I gotta do it again. That 4 of Cups. So I think that's a common card too. I'm trying to remember. I'm gonna do this in 2 halves. What am I looking for? The 4 of Cups. Give me a second. That's the page. Let's keep that Page of Cups out. I think that's going to be interesting too. I want to keep that King of Cups out. And hold on. Back to my 3 of Cups. What is this one? Yeah, okay. So I'm looking for 4 of Cups. Give me a second. Because I just want to see. Yes! I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Right, the 4 of Cups message. Right, here's the 4 of Cups. Remember this 4 of Cups? It's kind of the same thing, right? We have a guy who has 3 cups in front of him, but he's got a 4th one he's dreaming about. Right? Does that mean stop dreaming about what's right before you, you know? Don't let life pass you by. Don't let the obvious slip by. Don't get caught dreaming. Goldenful Sting. Here we go. We have our 5 of Cups. And we have our 6 of Cups. It's an interesting card. Interesting. 7 of Cups. And it's literally just like 7 cups. Let me see. Yeah, there's just like 7 cups there. When it's hot like this, I think of Halloween, the color, the cool weather, hug my watermelon, and whisper, it's just you and me, summer pumpkin. We have 8 of Cups. I honestly don't know what those symbols are. So you're talking about these symbols at the top. They've got to mean something. I'll have to go through the book. I'm not sure. But they're cool. Yeah, I'm not sure what those symbols are. Wait a minute. They've got to mean something, because the one on the left, or this one, is always the same symbol. What do we got here? 9 of Cups. Da 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 da. Ten of Cups. Now, what do I have here? Alright, so I wanted to see the Page of Cups in comparison to the Wizard's Tower. So here's an example of they're totally different. So this is the Page of Cups. This is my Page of Cups for the Wizard's Tarot. I get a total different vibe with this card. Right? I just wanted to show that because I'm curious. Because this is a card, when it comes up in my readings for Wizard's Tarot, I love this card because it's, you know, the page, she's almost giving back to nature, giving to the you know, the creatures for which she serves, if you would, kind of. Very interesting. This page here is kind of more of a literal page, not really doing much else. I love the Knight of Cups. Now he's on a seahorse. That's quite interesting. I love that. He's underwater. Queen of Cups. Right. And so I wanted to look at these two now. So this is our King of Cups. And I wanted to put this King of Cups up here. Do we see any similarities here with these two? He's underwater. This is Poseidon, right? I see Poseidon here. But I look at this one, I do see water. Right? I see the ocean down here. I don't get as much of a Poseidon vibe from it, but I do get an oceanic vibe. Interesting. Interesting. Put that down. And of course we have our Palace of Cups, which is underwater. Look at it. It's like those futuristic underwater housey thingy thing. Right? Quite interesting. What's our next suit? How are we doing for time, everyone? Alright, we're going to go a little longer. Just going to keep it going. We have two more suits going. Is it two or maybe just one? It is. Oh, we're down to our last. Alright, fantastic. Alright. Is our Ace of Wands? And now I'm gonna, hold on a second. Let's pull out some wands over here. Give me a second. I want to pull out some wands. Especially some of the interesting ones in this deck here. So give me a second to grab these out. Ace of Wands here. I want that Knight of Wands. See, bear with me. I just want to grab some of the interesting wand cards. And remember I mentioned the Seven of Pentacles? That's what I was talking about. Remember the Pentacle tree? So both Pentacles had trees in them. Alright, let me see. Bear with me. I like that Four of Wands card, so we'll do a comparison of those. King of Wands, I'm feeling that will be different. Almost done, guys. Almost done. I just want to be... That's a sword. Alchemist. Take that wand. And I want the Page of Wands. And the Queen of Wands. I want that one. Oh, I like that one too. And that one. Oh my god. I'm going to have every wand card. Alright, now that's enough of them. So let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of scrolling over. So, we have our Ace of Wands, and I want to kind of show the difference. So this is our Ace of Wands. Right, so I want to show them side by side. Very interesting, very similar, but very different also. Right, this is a wand, but it's a pleasant spring setting, and this is the wand, but in the background we have an erupting volcano, and you know, it's more hostile of an environment, if you would. Right? So the next card is Two of Wands. Did I pull out the two? I might not have the two. Yes, I do. So we have this Two of Wands. I'm going to compare it to this one. I get a little... these, again, are giving me a very different vibe. I still get the balance, right? You get the two different windows, but it's in balance. It's in unison, blue and red. I get this one, it's more of a mental focus balance, that balance from within, as this magician balances, you know, what he needs to create like a spell, to have that fire hover. A little bit different. Okay. So now, let's look at our Three of Wands. So here's the Three of Wands. Right, quite interesting. Right, he's sitting at the edge of a dock. But look at, like, the boat is like kind of floating above him. But here's the thing. See the boat there too? Very interesting how there's these little threads of commonality between the two. But I get this watching from ashore. And in this case, watching from like the docks, from the sidelines, if you would. That's a little interesting for you. So now is the Four of Wands. Now this I find interesting. Total different vibe from these cards. Here's the Four of Wands. Right? I see doors opening, if you would. Yeah, it's a total different message, right? We have this Four of Wands, right? This is the dance. Right, I don't see doors opening, but I see happiness, I see dancing, I see maybe celebration, if you would. Different vibe. Oh, this is so much fun. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to do my readings like this from now on. Not my readings, but my comparisons. But a little more organized. So I need Five of Wands. Oh, now this is interesting. Now look at this Five of Wands, and I almost get... It almost looks to me like they're battling. Like conflict, if you would. That makes sense, right? It's like a conflict. Whereas I look at this Five of Wands is cooperation, right? I see Five Wands creating fire together. So definitely a different vibe with this Five of Wands. All right? Interesting, interesting, interesting. So, let me see if I have my Six of Wands. All right. So we have a Six of Wands. We see someone maybe addressing a crowd from like a window in a castle. Right? Doesn't that look like someone giving a speech? Very similar in concept to this one, right? Our Six of Wands here. Put them side by side. They're very different, but the vibe can be the same. Right? Interesting. The vibe can be the same. Someone is giving you a message, you know, teaching, if you would, mentoring or informing, right? Interesting stuff. Now we've got our seven of Wands. Let's pull this out, right? There's our Seven of Wands. Right? We've seen this before. Now these are verbatim. Right? These give me the very same, you know, fighting the battle. Both of these guys are fighting the battle. This is our Seven of Wands. Interesting. Right? So those are like almost identical. So what do we got? We got the Eight of Wands. Wow, again, very similar. Kind of. Look at the Eight of Wands here. Right? They're taking flight up with the birds, but look. Am I onto something here? Or are all cards like this? Maybe I'm just crazy. I'm fine with it, but look at that. Interesting. That's our Eight of Wands. Now, what's next? The Nine of Wands. Well, here's our Nine of Wands. Right? I love this card. This imagery is so yummy. Kind of yummy. But I get a similar vibe. You know, in each card, the man has stood up their wands or whatever, you know, have them all standing up, and he's holding one. And this guy, he's kind of sitting on the stairs as if to say, I'm done. You know, I've accomplished what I needed to do, and I'm a little proud, right? Very interesting. Hello, Pat. Let's see. What do we have here? Interesting. 10 of Wands. Right here. Oh my God, does he have the 10 of Wands resting on his back? As if, like, you know, I'm shouldering a heavy load? Right? Well, how does that translate to this? Right? I still get a struggle, if you would. With this card, I see more of, I'm struggling. I'm holding a whole bunch of wands, and I'm moving on. This one here is, you know, I have the weight of all these wands on my back. Almost more literal, if you would. Interesting. Very similar still. All right, let's see. What are we getting into? Now we're in Page. So I want to show our two pages for Wands. This is our Page of Wands. Right? Again, this is our Page of Wands from the Wizard's Tarot. So Amethyst, so I'm showing the Tower of Dreams. That's the big deck. And I'm just kind of comparing some with my Wizard's Tarot. So this is the Wizard's Tarot deck. It's the deck that I do a lot of my readings with. So just as a point of reference, I'm kind of showing some of the cards. So this is our page of Wands. So we've got Tower of Dreams here, Wizard's Tarot here. All right, interesting enough. Here's our Knight of Wands. Yeah, these are two very vibrant decks. Get an interesting vibe from this Knight of Wands. He's riding a dragon. It could be, and it might be like the video game enthusiast of me, but is he starting out on a quest, riding a dragon? You know, he looks like a knight out on, you know, he's beginning. But, like, what about this guy? Right, he's in a different, he's like spelunking, if you would. He's in a different type of quest. This card gives me Long Journey. This card doesn't really give me Long Journey. It gives me, you know, the knight is either bringing something to someone or back to you, if you would. A little different how I see them anyways. Here's our Queen of Wands. Yep, and again, they not really, I mean, they're both just women. Just both queens, but I don't see anything stand out on either of these that would tie them together or separate them. It's just a Queen of Wands. And this is the King of Wands. Interesting. Yeah, looking for the gold question mark. Sure. Yep. But now look at this. Well, these are our King of Wands. One thing I do see in common is look at the crowns. Very similar, really tall crowns. Could that mean something? It makes you think, doesn't it? Really big crown. I want a really big crown. Because I want to be fierce. And again, we have our Palace of Wands, which the other deck doesn't have. This is an add-in card. But that's the Palace of Wands. And one more card that is in this deck is the Tree of Life card. Right? Stormy Knight says, I love the Wizard's Tarot card. Yes. I'll tell you, I've had this deck. This is my Wizard's Tarot deck. I've had this deck, probably this one. I think this is my first one for years. I mean, years. I mean, I don't know how long. So it's an out-of-print deck. I don't know how long it's been out of print, but it's been a while. I have 3 or 4 copies of this. It is just one of the most striking decks that I've ever seen. And for me, it's very relatable. For me, my persona, the way I approach my craft, it's a very relatable deck with me also. But it's just a beautiful, beautiful deck. Like look at this Chariot card. I could talk about this deck forever. Right, that Chariot card, it says it all. But yeah, that was the Tower of Dreams. Like I said, the good, bad, and the ugly of it. Hold on, let me put these back in their little pouch. And then we'll talk a little bit more about the Tower of Dreams. So it comes with a pretty nice guidebook. I haven't really gone through it much. One thing I have to say, so someone had asked what the symbols mean. And right in the book, there's a whole, and I'll have to go and review this. And this might be a show in and of itself, but the symbols do have meaning. We've got some Hebrew lettering. We've got the astrology in here. Yeah, very interesting. And I think that's what the symbols now mean. Hold on, let's grab a card. I think we can figure something out here. Let's pick a couple. We're gonna have. All right, so let's look at the Two of Wands, and we're gonna focus on those two symbols, and let's see if I can find in here what those symbols mean. All right. They do have meaning. So this one on the, that symbol there is the astrological sign Aries. You see right there. And now on the other side, this here, not sure. Let me see if I can find that. Is Mars. So I don't know why we would have the symbol for Aries and Mars in the same card. The Ace of Wands. It's this. Got two little triangles that I'm trying to find in here, and I don't see. Never mind. So I'm going to read this. For the numbered minors 2 through 10, the ancient system of the decans has been used. In accordance with the Golden Dawn, the decan system divides each sign into 3 equal parts, then assigns each part to a planet. Thus, each decan consists of a sign and a planet which rules over the portion of the sign. For example, the Two of Wands, and let me pull out this example. Let me find my Two of Wands, which is what we're using for the example. All right, so I'm reading this from this part of the book right here. So, for example, the Two of Wands, Mars and Aries. Yeah, so I guess, yes, the planet and the constellation. So that's what those symbols mean. I know it was asked, someone had asked. I can scroll back through the comments to find out who asked what those symbols mean. That's what they mean. They are symbols representing the planet and the astrological sign of the card. That makes sense. We learn new things every day. So, more about this card. So, it has a nice book, a lot of info in there. The cardstock's nice and solid. This is a good, solid, really good, solid cardstock. It feels like it'll be around a while. Oh, hi Ashley. Hello. Yeah. Oh, so Shauna, you asked. So that's what those mean: astrological sign and the planetary sign of the card. Yeah, so the cardstock's really nice in these cards. Like I said, they're big, but let's see. Let's give it the Dave test. Let's say I was doing a reading. I'm gonna have to reposition myself. Can I, in fact, shuffle these cards? That's the thing when it comes to card size and me. So I can. It's difficult. But I can get them shuffled. So I'd have to kind of just shuffle them more like this. That's why I typically read with smaller, because I love bridge shuffling, or whatever you call it. And like I said, the one thing I really don't like, and I'll probably have to get, like, I don't know. I just don't like the way you have to put them in the box because they slide all over the place and it's hard to keep them in order. Then the book fits right on top, just like that. And then I'll show you the cover. So we'll put this on here, and this is the cover, or the cover of the box. It's the Tower of Dreams. It's made by, I don't know if I give that the Italian pronunciation, so it'll be either Cairo or Cairo Marchetti. Cairo Marchetti. And that's that. So that's make it divided. I was thinking about that, getting a piece of like cardboard and sticking it in there and kind of like getting my crafty out so that I can kind of get them completely separated. Anyways, let's pop into the comments. Oh, I gotta scroll. So that's mostly all I had for today. What else did I want? What else did I have to show? That's it. So in case you missed it this morning, I was showing my little baby crystal. That's the little baby to this one that Maddie gave me. And the two Scullies that Maddie gave me. These guys added to the crystal collection. Yeah, so that's that. That's all I got. Shana says, "LOL, just stick it." I don't know what I miss. Oh, it's news to week. Oh, let me see. Thank you. I am wonderful. Life has been crazy. Yeah, life has been this retrograde. I said at the beginning of this is definitely. I think major changes are going to come for some of us out of this retrograde. Dave, we will be happy to babysit. Ah, boy, I'm missing something. I don't have any babies. Who you babysitting? I gotta read what Maddie's rattling. That's right. Doing another treatment. Oh, you're doing your hair. So I had to do this. I don't know. Dave will be happy to babysit. I don't know what that means. Sending strength. Thank you for asking. Making it to Friday, Dave. Blah, 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 blah. All right. I don't know what that's about. I don't babysit. No, I'm not good with children. No. Maddie will babysit. He's great with children. Yeah, so that's actually that's the smart thing to do is waiting for the everything to be over. Oh, sorry, wow, what a squirrel moment. I'm sorry, Stormy. I'm oblivious. And no, guys, I have not smoked today. No. I tend to be more foggy when I don't smoke. Like the ADHD kicking in. So the baby crystal, I get it. So back to what Ashley said. So I'll share this little story with you if I can. Because trying not to make decisions until retrograde is through, which is a very wise thing to do. But this retrograde, for the most part, things in my life have been going pretty good. Except for my job. It is just, I don't know if it's just dawned on me or it's how it's been or it's been reaffirmed or I don't know. I just feel that I'm just not appreciated. I do a lot of work while other people get credit and, it's just that culminated with like we never seem to do anything right. I don't know. It's just one of those things. So anyways, I did a reading on it and I'm using my phone for the video, but maybe I can maybe I can find what I need to find. I did a greeting, and I need to get to my Facebook, and I don't think, well, I do have Facebook on this iPad, so bear with me. Oh, I don't have, maybe I just have to log in. Yeah. Log in. Bear with me. I should get ready for these things. Yeah, it does happen, and it's usually something I can overlook, but it's not. It's gotten to the point where, oh, and here it is right here. Great. So I had sat and done a reading to ask myself, one, what this retrograde is going to mean for me, and two, what is this I'm feeling in my job situation, right? And this is the reading that I got. Let me hold this up. So this is a picture of the reading. And when I read this, right, we got the Broken Heart card, the Three of Swords, right? That's the unpleasant feeling, right? We do past, gotta keep this iPad's too big, past, present, future. Our next card was the Ace of Cups, Ace, new beginnings, something's changing, something's got to change. And I'm following that up with the Chariot, which when I see this Chariot, both literally and non-literally, finding your direction in life. And with this Chariot, I see moving. So, I don't know. My gut tells me it's time for me to consider trying something new. That's what this reading is telling me. But again, to Ashley's point, let's not make hasty decisions. The good part is, whatever I decide is going to take much time to implement. So I'm going to patiently execute what these cards are sending me, and thank you, Shauna, for the coffee. And Ashley, you just nailed you just nailed it right on the head. In my job, I am the technical backbone of my department. And I'm not saying my coworkers are not, or they suck or whatever. That's not the case. As a matter of fact, my coworker is very good on the application side of things. I am more of an infrastructure guy. It's where I've been for over 20 years, and I've literally rebuilt every single aspect of my work's infrastructure. I rebuilt from the ground up. And it's all the appreciation goes in the other direction. So at least that's how it feels to me. And I think there comes a point in time where if it's just not happening, it's time to bring those gifts elsewhere. So that's kind of this is what's going on in my retrograde. And I'm, like I said, retrograde, the energies are all swirled up. So there's, you gotta really kind of think things through, which is why I'm thinking things on a more slower plane. But I have this nagging feeling that, it's time for some changes. And I'm looking at this God, I'm looking at this reading, and I don't know, because it could also, and this is where retrograde kind of gets me all verklempt. This could also mean, so I've been itching to move to the West Coast and Maddie, if you're still in here, you know this, because we've talked about it. And I don't know if this is the turning point that I really need to start considering getting everything lined up here to kind of facilitate a move. Because it's something that's nagging me in the back of my heart. I just am being called to the other side of the country. Yeah, well, Shauna, what's interesting is definitely one of the areas we looked at. So Matt's family's in California, which for me, there's a lot of work there. But Oregon is like Portland, in that area, a lot of work there as well. And it is a very intriguing area. You know, it's on the list. There's that. There's Washington State. Pacific Northwest is definitely somewhere I would see myself. And yes, Shauna, that's an important thing to mention. You say coastline is beautiful. I love the ocean. Because there's, there's other cool places to live. Like Denver is a great place to live. A lot of work, but no coastline. I may be miserable. but who knows? So that's the stuff that's swirling through my melon right now, as far as retrograde and what my readings have been telling me, and stuff like that. So who knows? So definitely, my biggest advice for any retrograde is you got to do what I'm about to do as soon as I wrap up this live. Because I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't think Simon's actually going on today. I think he had somewhere to be. But I have found myself a hike that I want to go on. And that's what I've got to do. And that's what today is. And it's already 90 degrees out. So I don't know how well this is going to go. I'm going to pack lots of water. And if I make the 4-mile hike, I make it. If I got to turn around and go back, who knows? But that's the thing. Make sure you take care of yourself. And, more than meditating, sometimes you've got to remove yourself from the common places you exist, if that makes any sense. Like, my life consists of going to work, coming home here, the familiar settings that we see day in and day out. I try to pull myself out of that, and that's where my nature walks and stuff come in, hiking in the woods, kayaking, and all that stuff. Oh, actually, absolutely. So any decision that I make is an us decision, me and Maddie. Yeah, Maddie, we support each other in everything we do. This is why I love Maddie so much, and that's definitely a big part of it, actually. And that's a big factor in any decision that we make, is how it affects the one around us. Yeah, Ashley says my Dave and I are the same way. And that's awesome. I'm glad to hear that, because you need that in life. But on that note, I think Maddie I saw something fly by. I believe Maddie is going to be on at 4. today. I didn't see what. I'll be on to do a discussion on basic altar setup and on that word, which out of respect for my tongue, I'm not going to try to say. But that. So yeah, he'll have a show on that. So guys, thanks for joining me. It's all I got. So thanks for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe. Definitely, if you like and subscribe, click the little bell so you get a notification when I go live. Also, don't forget to check out the Facebook group, Wizards Tower, all one word. I've been kind of trying to post different things up there through the retrograde, whether it just be daily readings and stuff like that. It's a great place to get some info. But definitely like and subscribe to the Wizards Tower, the Wizards Tower YouTube channel. All right, guys, and don't forget, like and subscribe. Conjurer's Table. Maddie will be on at 4 to talk about altar setup. Yeah, Saturday's going to be back. I'm going to do another nature Saturday. I was thinking of doing that today, just bringing the thing on a hike, but seeing as I'm going by myself, I don't know. I decided not to. But thank you guys. Thank you for joining me, and have yourselves a great week ahead. Don't forget, tonight is popcorn party. I am going to be doing popcorn party. It's going to be lit. I don't know what I'm doing, because I haven't figured it out yet. But we'll talk about something, and we'll have a little bit of fun. Or maybe we'll just do an open forum tonight and play some games. But look for that tonight. If everything goes as planned, and you know how the universe is, if everything goes as planned, the popcorn party will happen. All right, I love you guys. Bye bye.